What's up? How are y'all doing today? I hope you can hear me. We'll find out. Perfect. Cool. I'm alive, guys. My nose is bruised and red, as you can see, which is super fun, but I'm alive and well. Y'all, I had serious hay fever the last few days, and I've missed work the last couple of days. I finally went back today. But yeah. It's been so fun. I had not the best birthday. But there is a lot I want to talk about with GH, and I'm sad that I kind of missed live streaming Sunday, even though it was, because of my birthday partially. And then, of course, I was always planning on doing a full-on, kind of recap today, but, and we'll recap some stuff for sure, but obviously you guys want to probably get into a bit of this week as well, so we'll just kind of talk about the highlights of last week, as well as get into what's been going on this week thus far. Not that there's been a whole lot this week, but nothing surprising happened this week so far, I will say that. But it's good to be seen. I'm still kind of dealing with the sinus pain of the allergies, so there's not sneezing happening, thankfully, thus far. But it was so bad, y'all. I had to stay in the dark for most of my time that I was sick. Even trying to eat my cake, I had to on Monday, keep the lights off and just eat in the dark in this room. But I'm here. Do you guys have a good weekend? I hope your weekend was better than mine. Not that my whole weekend was a dud. I only started getting sick on Sunday, and then it hit me hard Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, it's been a fun time for me. But yeah, Thursday I did go out and get to see some of my friends play live, and Saturday I hung out with one of my oldest friends in town too. It was okay, just okay, Angel. And hey, Brooklyn. Hope you're doing well as well. But yeah, apologies, because I think some of you thought that I was gonna live stream on Monday, and even though I was sick Monday, it wasn't my intention to stream on Monday either, because I was that's my actual birthday, and I'm gonna take the day off for that one. So really, it was just to talk about Wednesday. Apologies if you hear water in the background. The dog is really muddy because it was raining outside today, and I think my mom was about to attempt to wash her feet. So if you hear barking and screaming and chaos, I apologize in advance. But man, I want to talk about a few things from GH, from last week. Where do you want to begin? Because babe, exactly. Since y'all are asking me, I want to begin with Sasha and Cody, okay? Because I feel probably that was the most interesting thing that happened last week, and still so far the most interesting going on this week as well. I feel like I'm really short today. There we go. My chair was lower than usual. I don't know if y'all can hear what I hear, but it's pure chaos upstairs. Anyway, so Sasha and Cody. Cody got checked into Ferncliff. He maneuvered his plan to get her out of there, and it worked. And y'all saw that I was so annoyed with Janice last week. I did manage to do the GH hot takes, even though it was a couple days late, which I guess worked out because I didn't live stream Sunday anyway. But I noticed you didn't have a video up at 10:30. It wasn't happening. I watched 911 documentary instead. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, I should have made it more clear that I wasn't gonna live stream Monday, but you just hear a stream of water. Okay, yeah. I can hear my mom just being like, "Come here, come here." So if y'all hear that, just know that they're trying to wash my dog's feet or wash their dog. I say my dog, but I'm like, still a weird thing for me. All right, so yeah. Anyway, so Cody got into Sasha's room, and he tried to like get through to her a little bit, and he kind of started to. At least he got through to her enough to be like, "I need to get you out of here. You can trust me." And then Dr. Montague walks in, and y'all, I thought for sure like he was gonna drug him with that whatever medicine he was trying to get, because we heard him on the phone saying, "I need something that'll make someone forget that they've ever met someone." And to be honest, I'm still a little bit worried that that could come into play at some point. But either way, and I honestly thought he was going to inject Cody and not get Sasha out of there. But instead, Cody just freaking managed to overpower him, strip him of his clothes, tie him up, and escape out of the hospital, or out of Ferncliff, sorry. And of course, Sam left them a car, and they made their great escape, and yeah, so they're out of there. They're at some weird cabin in the woods somewhere, hiding out. And of course, Gladys gets there after Sasha and Cody were already gone. And of course she's worried, because I'm sure she knows that Cody's going to tell her the full truth, and she's going to have those drugs out of her system eventually and be coherent enough so that Cody tells her the whole story, and she'll understand what Gladys did to her. Although obviously today we saw that Cody was starting to explain everything to Sasha, and the last thing he brought up was Gladys. And I don't think that she's gonna take the news about Gladys very easily. I don't think she's just gonna automatically believe Cody, because he knows that, or she knows that Cody and Gladys have never gotten along. But hopefully she explains the part of the fact that Gladys was in these backroom poker games, and Cody was working there, and that, you know, Gladys kept on losing money, and that Dr. Montague was also part of the games. So all that stuff. Like, I hope once Cody explains that, if he gets a chance to, that she'll see what Gladys did to her. I don't get the cabin trip. I mean, they're hiding out. Like, they're escaped fugitives. They have to hide out until, you know, they're able to prove, or to at least be able to get Sasha into a coherent state of mind. You know what I mean? Get the drugs out of the system. I think that's the goal, just to hide out until Sasha is better. And then I think, honestly, they were probably going to go back there and explain what happened. And obviously now Sam kind of explained what she knew so far, and Dante now sees that, oh crap, this is actually legit. Like, it all makes sense. It all ties together. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm nervous. I want this to end quickly, now that obviously Sophia Madsen's back from her mat leave, and wow, it was pretty seamless. Like, I don't know how much they filmed of her in Ferncliff before her mat leave and after, but it's like she never left, really. And that's what I always want to expect when GH always mentions, oh well, they've taped things in advance. It's just that in the past, like, whenever they've said that, it never rings true. Like, they always say, oh, Finola Hughes taped some things before she left, that we'll see spread out, and Jeannie Francis did the same, and then we see them for like 2 episodes for like the entire 2 months. But Sasha's been on like every week, at least once or twice a week since her mat leave, so kudos for the show pulling that off. The doctor is drugging Sasha and wants $50,000, but Cody busting Sasha out is wrong. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, and the thing is, Gladys is trying to play it and like still kind of put the blame on Cody, as you've seen her with Nina on, I think, yesterday's episode, right? and her trying to be like, oh no, he kidnapped her and blah blah blah. And I don't think Nina's fully buying it. Like Nina's wise to Gladys's bullshit a little bit. As dumb as she is in many other ways, I think she kind of knows. And I just hope that like everyone around Gladys sees Gladys for who she is and knows that this is true. That's the thing. Like Gladys doesn't only owe that doctor $50,000. Well, he's already got the money actually, right? But she also owes Selena. So obviously I think as much as she's getting a bit of a guilty conscience, Gladys still needs to get that money to Selena somehow. Otherwise Selena gonna kill her. Gladys has already set seeds to pin this on Cody. They should have went to GH. Yeah, and then they would have been brought back to Ferncliff, though. Like, they're fugitives. They escaped a mental institution. Both are seen as mentally unstable. Like what is going to, like, bringing them to GH? That's not going to be any good because Dr. Montague works at GH. Like, all they can do is hide out until there's undeniable proof of what they've been doing. And obviously, if they can talk to, if they can somehow talk to authorities without revealing their, where they are, then they can kind of investigate from there. Obviously, Dante knows now, and Dante, judging by the preview of next episode, I think Dante is already, going to, what do you call it? I think Dante's probably gonna bring some of that news over to the PCPD. Doctor already said the drug will pass through Sasha's system, and then we are back to he said, she said. Well, not unless Sasha still has some of those pills left, which she very well might. You know what I mean? And plus, I don't know. The prescriptions would have been written. It's hard to tell. We just have to wait to see how this story plays out. But if they were to just go there now, like they would just be dragged back to Ferncliff without even testing what's in her system. And plus, at Ferncliff, they've been saying that she's been using drugs on her own. So like, it's still gonna be he said she said whether it's in her system or not. Yeah, I agree, Janice. I think that she should have brought Sonny in on it right away instead of this whole, oh, Sonny's dealing with so much. Toxicology report. Yeah, but the toxicology report is just going to show drugs in her system, and every Ferncliff person has been saying, oh, well, someone's been feeding her drugs in Ferncliff. Like, they just think that she's been using willingly, and they're just going to assume that those are the drugs that she's been using, that's been being snuck into her, that she wanted herself. And it's still going to be he said, she said, whether it's in her system or not. So I think the only thing that can really connect it is if those pills that were prescribed by Dr. Montague, intravenously. Well, I mean the original drugs, but I guess good point, Janice. Is there a way to tell that for sure? But mind you, like, they're saying that she's been having drugs snuck into her system, but at the same time, like, or snuck into Ferncliff for her. But they didn't say that it was in pill form or in drug form. Like, it could have been someone's been feeding her needles and she's been taking them. You know what I mean? Because Dr. Montague is just stabbing her with a needle. But technically speaking, if someone were to be sneaking drugs into Ferncliff, they could also be giving it by a needle. So it still wouldn't prove one way or the other. Like, they would have to have... I mean, I guess... I think it's ultimately going to come down to Nina, because at the very least, Nina knows that this, according to Gladys, this doctor got, like, asked for $50,000 in exchange for letting Sasha go, right? So all they have to do is check, like, any account that he has, and if he has $50,000 for no apparent reason from Gladys, and he's, they're gonna know why. or they're gonna tie that in as like some proof that he's taking money to let go of Sasha. Medical grade intravenous is different from the street drugs. Fair enough. Well, I guess we'll see. It's either way. I mean, the proof of, like, hopefully, and this is like, I don't even know how to feel about this part. Like, the fact that the nurse Janice, like, was told that Dr. Montague was drugging her, and that she knows that she's not getting any better, like, something, like, if Sasha comes back and she's completely coherent, like, that's gonna raise some flags as well. Risked a medical degree for $50K. This mess is reckless. Yep. Mind you, he wouldn't be the first doctor that risked his entire career for, like, ridiculous things. Dr. Lisa Niles, anyone? But yeah, that's the most intriguing story that happened in the last week. Another kind of big storyline was Sonny getting arrested by the feds, and like, it truly boggles my mind. And this is just me, like, also reading message boards. People were acting like this was like a who turned Sonny into the feds thing. I'm like, who do y'all think? Like, people were like so sure it was like this mystery, and they're like, oh, Dex did. Oh, it was so and so. It was Tracy. I'm like, it was Sonny's evidence. Like, what we saw it happen on screen. Like, we knew that, like, Sonny planted some evidence for Betty to bring back to Austin. We saw Austin talking to the warden about it, and, like, you know, working together for a greater good, like, all this stuff. And people were still like, no, it's definitely not. I'm like, like, for me, like, I wasn't surprised when Sonny got arrested by the feds. I knew, like, not that it was, like, a full-on possibility, but, like, it was definitely, like, potential, like, in the realm, because obviously we knew that clearly, in my opinion, I feel like it was obvious that Cyrus brought this evidence to the warden so that he could exchange it for his freedom, right? This is the second doctor that had a thing for Sam. Oh man, is it just the second? All that proved is Dex is incompetent and he's in love with Sonny. That was a mess. That was a mess. And Joss is just standing there like, my god. I feel like she was gritting her teeth because she was like, thanks for explaining why you respect Sonny so much. And he just left, and she was just like, USA. Like, and it's funny because they're bringing back Maurice Bernard's son as whatever character he played. I forget his name. And I wonder if she's just gonna hop on to him just to get out of Sonny's orbit. And we also got yesterday Michael, like, running back into his daddy's arms, being like, I don't want you to go to jail, Dad. I'm like, oh. Like, I'm so over it. Oh my god. Ian Devlin. Yeah, I remember Ian Devlin. But also, I was like, to my mind, I was like, well, Patrick also fell for her, but it wasn't like a skeezy doctor. Adam, thank you. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, there was the whole thing of Sonny getting arrested by the feds, sitting in the whatever, and obviously Sonny was playing it cool the whole time. And in my head, I was like, it's obvious what's going on here. This evidence is the fake evidence that Cyrus turned into the authorities to try to get his freedom, like, solidified. But people were acting like it was this big mystery, and I'm like, y'all, the audience can't be this dumb. That was my mind, like, reading the message boards. I'm like, am I the only one that, like, realizes, like, this is definitely supposed to not be a mystery? But anyway, and then today's episode, Mason went to Ava and confronted her, accusing her of, letting Sonny in on it, which is true, but I feel like Ava at least casted enough doubt in Mason's mind that, like, she didn't actually help Sonny. So, we'll see what happens there. I wonder if, because obviously if you saw Sonny and Carly's conversation today, they talked about Mason. Does Carly not realize that Mason is the skeezy guy that was trying to flirt with Olivia? Things that haunt me. Also, what do we think about Carly agreeing to help Sonny out with whatever at Pentonville or wherever, she's being sent to by Sonny? It seems like they're kind of pushing Carly towards Sonny again a little bit. I don't know if they'll ever link them back romantically, but we'll see. That looked like Sam. What looked like Sam? Carly is knowledgeable to help Sonny. Yeah, it's true. Man. Yeah, it didn't take Carly too long to like cave and like help Sonny. For the sake of the kids. But man, I feel like Ava's gonna be shook that Nicholas is alive. And obviously he's plotting something. Nina won't like that Carly is helping Sonny. No, she won't. Also, that reminds me, something else I wanted to talk about in regards to Carly and Nina. Nina going to Carly for help last week, and Carly just being like, yep, this is what it's like to be with Sonny, like, and then he was just like, what are you gonna do about it? And Carly's like, nothing. Like, that's your life now. I had to laugh at that, but kudos to Carly for being like, look, just so you know, Brick thinks this is something that's gonna be fine. Brick will check in with you, blah blah blah. Like, Carly did put her pettiness aside a little bit for Nina's sake, because she could tell, like, because she knows what it's like, Carly has been there with Sonny in these situations. It's just not new to her. That's why, everyone around, like, Nina's panicking like, a fish out of water. Everyone else that knows Sonny, whether it was Carly, Olivia, Alexis, they're just like, yeah, it's just another thing that Sonny's going through. And I'm sure he'll get away with it, because he always does, like, and she was just in panic mode. And it's so funny, because, like, once he got released and the feds dropped the charges or, put them on hold, like, Nina was like, oh, yeah, no, this is the life I signed up with, and acting like she was all cool, and like, no, I wasn't worried at all. Like, Nina, be honest, girl. This is not the life you want, clearly. You're still trying to relive the Mike fantasy, and he's not Mike. He will never be Mike. Plus, it's better they team up, because if Sonny gets taken over, the family is screwed. That's true. That is true. They'd all be targeted. Although, like, remember when, like, the GH mobsters had a code of honor, and now all of a sudden that code is just gone? Family is, now extendable. Or expendable, sorry. Nina has no idea what she is signing up for. Mm-hmm. This is just another day in the life for Sonny Corinthos. He did tell her, like, a lot of what happened after the fact, though, to his credit, I guess. He didn't leave her completely in the dark afterwards. But yeah. The downside to Sonny is that, like, now Sonny's enemy, which we know is Cyrus, knows that Sonny played him. So he's probably gonna like Cyrus is probably gonna figure out that like he was just trying to smoke out who the boss is, and Cyrus is probably gonna try to cover his tracks even more so now. But I guess we'll see. Maybe he'll show his true colors to Drew now that like Sonny got like the upper hand for a little bit. When Nina catches her first stray bullet over Sonny, she isn't going to handle it well. I think she'll, I don't know. Knowing what we do know about Nina, she'll just be like, I don't think she's just gonna like break up over, I got shot because of you, Sonny. Be like, yeah, everyone else is gonna be like, join the club, girl. Like, Sonny's history is there for all to see, and you're either choosing to ignore it. Like, look no further than one of his kids got killed by one of his enemies. His wife got killed by his enemies. His unborn child got killed by his enemies. Like, his wife, Nina, I mean not Nina, freaking Kate Howard got shot. By Ava, no less. My goodness. Now the feds are going to follow Dante. Yeah, that's true. I feel like the feds are going to follow Dante around, and that he's going to lead the feds to Sasha and Cody. And then Dante and Sam are both going to get in trouble. So that part's not going to end well, I don't think. All right, what else to talk about? What else happened last week? We did see oh yeah, Anna and Valentine. We can talk about them for a second, just because obviously Anna followed Valentine to his connection to Pikeman, and it really is a game of cat and mouse because Anna kind of got caught in a lie, and I think she did a pretty good job at covering it up well, but I don't know if Valentine necessarily buys it, which is I don't know. I think at the end of the day, they're going to have to be honest with each other and be like, I don't buy for a second that you're not dealing with Pikeman, and I think that you tried to burn my house down, and I think that they have something on you, and they're using you to get to me. And I'm sure whatever they have on Valentine is juicy. Why not bring it full circle, you know? Somewhere out there, Claudette, the woman that he faked her death, is just out there somewhere being held indefinitely. Maybe that's what they have against Valentine. A kidnapped body. If they brought that full circle, that would truly make my day. Not that I want to see Claudette back or anything. She was a lame character, but like, it is one of those like left unknown situations. Like, we just don't know where she is. We seen that, what was her name? Cassandra tracked her down at some point. But we don't know that, like, we don't know if she just like kept her there. Like, I don't know what happened. Hey, Nathan. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see how that Anna and Valentine thing will play out. And I hope Robert and Dante rip Valentine a new one. Other things that happened, Maxie moved into Lulu's apartment. I think the kids are going to like it better there. I think they did great casting with the girl playing little Georgie now. She reminds me a lot of a young Kirsten Storms. How old is Charlotte? I don't know. I gotta say, obviously one thing that's happened, I think this week it happened, Charlotte and Jake are dating. don't know how I feel about that. Charlotte's so, like, awkward. You know what I mean? And Jake is just like, I don't know. I feel like neither child actor is, like, seasoned enough to, like, start this romance. They both still seem so young to me. Like, as tall as Jake is getting, he still seems so young to me. And Charlotte still seems so young to me, too. Like, I feel like the recast that they had for Charlotte looked a little bit older. And so seeing her play Charlotte again, it's almost a little bit daunting. Like, it's like, because she looks a lot younger. Yeah, Jake definitely, was born a lot earlier than her. That's true. Yeah, Jake was born in 2007, and Charlotte would have been born in what? 2012? 2012 or 13? But again, you know, they aged her as soon as this actress actually started playing Charlotte too. Like, it's crazy. I think we started to see Charlotte in, like, what, 2014 or something? 2014 or 15, and by then she was already like 5 or 6 years old, even though the Valentine and Lulu thing happened like 2012, 2013. How did Jake and Charlotte start liking each other like that? Yeah, exactly. Like, when were they hanging out? Were they are they in the same school? We don't know. Because Charlotte's been, like, moved around so much. Like, how did they meet? What did they do? Where did this come from? It does seem pretty left field. But yeah. It's hard to think about ages, just generally speaking, because it's such a, like, I don't know. Kids' ages on soaps, because they age them so rapidly and they're all over the place. Like, even thinking about, like, some of the other people, like Molly and Jocelyn. Thinking about that, or like Jocelyn and Cameron being the same age pretty much. When Cameron was born in what, like 2004? And Joss was born in 2009? Like, there's so many weird mixtures all over the place. Hey, Jacarius. These are the scenes we want to see, like, focus on the kids more sometimes and not some of the other lame crap. Well, me, personally, I couldn't have cared less about, like, Charlotte and Jake suddenly dating, or, like, I wouldn't have wanted to see, I wouldn't care to see the origins of it. They shouldn't even have gone with this thing in the first place. It's almost like they were just giving Charlotte something to do since she's, like, back around. But personally, I would have been, like, content with, what do you call it? I would have been content with just her story being, like, missing Lulu and eventually bringing Lulu back. Whoever ends up playing her, you know what I mean? Emma was born in 2008. Yeah, like, and Emma's now younger than, like, Jocelyn and all of them. Even though Spencer had a crush on Emma, like, they could age Emma, but I like seeing Brooklyn come back as Emma every once in a while. And, like, to be fair as well, like, Emma or Brooklyn, like, she looks older than she is. She still has, like, the face that she had when she was younger, but she's like super tall, and I think it works in her favor. And she's very put together. Like, she's very pretty. She's like, she does her makeup and everything. I feel like they could make her that age if they wanted to. Do I want to see it? Not necessarily, because she is a younger actress. She is underage, and it would be weird to see her, like, mingling with Spencer, I guess, romantically, or, like, whoever they put her with. I want to see more of Jake, Danny, Aiden, and Emily. I mean, I don't care to. I wouldn't mind seeing Aiden. Emily Scout, I'm like, I don't know. Like, we are clearly seeing them a little bit more often. I don't know. Most of the kids, I'm very much take it or leave it in terms of them getting meaty storylines because they are still quite young and they are played by. Um, it might be mean to say, but like they're like the child actors that they're just child actors. You know what I mean? Every now and then, soaps will just hire kids that don't have a whole lot of skill, and they keep them on for a long time, and you just realize that like they were forced into it. And I feel like that's generally the same way with a lot of these kids so far. There are some kids that were like much younger than these guys, who like clearly are like much better actors. You know what I mean? Like when I think about like what Emma was like when she was younger, and the first like Sorast Spencer, Nicholas Bechtel, like these were like kids who were like acting circles and, you know, going toe to toe with like their adult parents. You know what I mean? Whereas like a lot of these other kids, like it really just feels like they don't really show much emotion. You can tell that they're just kind of reading through their lines. That's how I feel on that. I need for Gladys to go. Yeah, we talked about her first thing. This woman, man. It was, yeah. Gladys needs to get got. I just hope that, like I said, I want this story to just rush through and like have Sasha get out of her grasps ASAP. But I just feel like it's not going to go that way. Like they wouldn't just bring up that drug that's going to make someone forget, you know, they ever met someone unless they were going to use it. You know, right? Like I'm so scared that that's going to come into play. I feel like they're going to get brought back to Ferncliff and Montague is going to stab either Sasha or Cody with that drug, and it's going to mess them up for the foreseeable future. We need a teen scene, y'all. In the 90s, we had the Four Musketeers. We got nothing now. I mean, they had a pretty good thing going with Spencer and Joss and Cameron and Trina, but they are getting older. They are getting older. But I feel like that foursome was like probably the most decent teen scene we've had in years and years on the show. And that's a lot. I think a lot of that was thanks to like Spencer and Trina and Jocelyn. You know, Jocelyn's there, and it's not like she's like super hated or anything, but she's Carly's daughter, and it's like, oi. And then Cameron, you know, he was such a good guy. Like they all kind of balanced each other out. Spencer can't be this oblivious about Esme. Yeah, like, I get that he was like, oh, you know, like, she believed that the dinner was for her. And, like, it's not like Spencer told her that Trina was coming. But he should have the second, like, she clearly assumed it was her dinner. Did you hear about John J. York? He's taking a leave of absence due to him needing a blood bone marrow transplant. See, I knew he was taking a leave of absence. I didn't know what it was for, but that's, oh man. Hopefully speedy recovery for John York. I think we're going to see him for a little while longer yet on the show. Unless he decided to announce that, like, right then and there, but, like, knowing that he's been off the show for a while, but I guess time will tell. But yeah, I love John J. York, and I hope he gets a speedy recovery. Trina ain't got friends. Joss, Cam, and Spencer are crap to Trina. It's so unfortunate, because I really liked Cameron and Trina's friendship, and they just kind of, like, shoved that aside so that Jocelyn could be his romantic love interest and stuff. Who are you talking about, Ruth? And Angel, you said then he invited Esme to stay, and yeah, no kidding. Uh, yeah, I didn't really like those scenes. I'm just, I'm being cautiously forgiving with the scenes that are happening with Spencer and Trina right now, mostly because I don't think they really had a game plan for Spencer sticking around. Like, I don't think we would still be seeing Spencer at this point if there wasn't a strike going on. So it's like they're kind of in limbo with what they were planning to do versus what they have to do, which is kind of like they were clearly drifting Spencer and Trina apart because they knew that Spencer, or the actor, was going to be leaving, and they would have to write him out essentially. But now that he's going to be on, they kind of have to try to slowly bring them back together, and so I think that's what they're in the process of doing, and having Spencer reassure Trina that they're okay, and now they also have Esme wanting to move out, and yeah, I think that she's secretly hoping that Spencer asks her to stay. But I think that Spencer is going to be like, if this is what you want to do, then do it. That's my guess. And this chick gonna ask Carly, she's still renting rooms over Kelly's. She's trying to Spencer alone. Spencer needs to shut the crap down. Well, yeah, so I'm hoping. Like, I hope that Spencer just says, okay, go. And, like, I think... I don't even know. I don't know. Spencer and Trina are supposed to do the wild thing mid-September. After Monday's episode, I'm like, forget it. I don't know. I'm holding out hope that they kind of fix Spencer and Trina now that they've kind of got them on the show for a while. But it's, like... It's so interesting. There's certain shows that are still, like... premiering to air, and I'm so used to shows being shot like pretty close to the days that they air, even for like primetime shows these days. So I don't know, maybe certain things have shot, like American Horror Story's new season is like airing soon, I believe, and I'm like, did they shoot the whole season before the strike? Angel, you said if I was Trina, I would have lost more than my appetite. I would have lost my appetite for Spencer. Yeah, but you know, Spencer wooed his way back into her good graces by giving her Victor and Cyrus's gift. Like, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see what happens with Spencer and Trina. I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out and see what happens. I'm just thinking they're in shaky territory because of the strike, and where he was supposed to be and where he is now. We shall see. Alright, what else is there to talk about? Networks are going to have repeats even though CBS is debuting NCIS Sydney, Australia from streaming on to TV, so we should see more of that moving forward everywhere else. Yeah, like I know a lot of networks are going to have repeats. Like obviously there are some shows that didn't get to even be filmed because of the strike that would have probably aired either by now or soon. I do wonder, like, if they were to move the shows to, like, let's say, Canada, because there's no strike going on here. Like, would the actors from America still be allowed to work? I don't think so. Would they have to, like, hire, like, writers from Canada in order for them to, like, continue the show? Like, these are the things I'm also wondering, and just in terms of shows in general. Me, I'm not a big TV watcher, so I don't really care. You know what I mean? The only thing I watch is GH. That's still going on because of the Scab writers. Michael is making me sick. Yeah, we already talked about that too. Michael going back to Sonny, running back into his open arms. Alright, what haven't we talked about yet, though? We talked about Sonny and the feds, Michael running back, Nina's messy moments with Carly last week, Sasha and Cody, Anna and Valentine. Didn't Lucy get pregnant with Alan's baby? I don't think so. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think so. Not that I know of. Oh, but that's something that we haven't talked about yet. Mostly this is pertaining to this week, but really to this day. We find out Tracy's motive behind going after Lucy in deception is to simply get Lucy's 1% for ELQ back. That is her goal. I'm like, all this for Lucy's 1%, that seems so dumb to me. This seems so dumb to me. It makes the storyline even dumber than it already is. Like, for real. Be for real. Like, they brought Tracy back to get Lucy's 1% back into a company she hasn't given a second thought to in years. This is why? To get ELQ away from grifters. Meanwhile, Ned is someone he's not. Michael is busy also running Aurora for Drew. And she's worried about Lucy's measly 1%. BFing for real. That's how I feel on this whole matter. I do like that Maxie confronted Brooklyn today. And basically was like, you're fired. Like, you shouldn't have... Technically, you were never rehired to begin with, Brooklyn. But I'm glad that, you know, Brooklyn like begged for her to make it right for Maxie, and Maxie's like, no, this is dumb. Like, you screwed my life up. We could lose the company. I could lose my job. I just got a new house with my kids. Goodbye. And that's the thing. Like, Brooklyn, like, Maxie, to her end, like, she's right. Brooklyn should have went right to Maxie. They worked together and schemed together to overcome certain things before. She should have respected Maxie enough to do that again, to try to get out of Tracy's grasp. Tracy was booted out of ELQ because Edward booted her out of ELQ as well. Did he? I mean, all he really left her was like, the Pickle Lila stuff, right? But did he kick her out though? I don't remember that. Because Tracy is a coordinator. I don't think he would have been able to just take away all of her, like, ELQ shares. Brooklyn deserves to be fired. Just tell Trace the truth. If he leaves you, oh well, and move on. Tracy loves ELQ. But she really hasn't given ELQ a thought in years. Like, as soon as she left Port Charles to be with Luke for Amsterdam, she did not care about ELQ. Also, Angel, doesn't Chase know a lot of what happened? Like, he knows that Tracy blackmailed her. He knows that Tracy got Brooklyn in the door to save his career already, and that Tracy is using that to have Brooklyn do her bidding. I don't think he knows the part about corporate espionage, but he certainly knows the rest already. Tracy got the Pickle Lila and said, yeah, but Tracy also had ELQ stocks. She is a quartermain, therefore she gets the stock unless she sells it to someone else. Like, Tracy has always had her own stock. I just think that she wants the one extra... I mean, her argument, Tracy's argument, was she just wants all the quartermain stock to be in ELQ's hands. Or the quartermain's hands. And then the only one left to deal with is Valentine, really. To that end, Lucy has, like, sided with Valentine for ELQ votes before and gotten the company out of, you know, the family's grasps. But also, like, I don't know. Who's bad mouthing NCIS? I just said I don't watch TV shows. I literally watch General Hospital and like 911 when it's on, and not even Lone Star, just like the first 911. Those are the only shows I watch. American Horror Story, I teeter with, just because some seasons are better than others, and usually I just wait till it's on a streaming platform like Disney Plus, and then I'll watch it there. But it's funny, I used to do after shows for American Horror Story, and then I just kind of slowly lost interest. How did she lose ELQ? Edward said nothing about like her losing ELQ in his will, because she still had ELQ stock long after he died. Chase didn't know while Brooklyn was doing the espionage. I would never have into blackmail. Just tell Chase that you had Tracy convince the board to put you back on the force. She did tell him. She did tell him that. He knows that. He knows that Tracy, like she asked Tracy for help to get him back on the board. Like, we saw her tell that in front of Tracy to Chase. And I think that was after, like, she had already handed over the evidence, but, like, she was still trying to get her to do more. And that's when Brooklyn came clean to Chase about it. Lucy's not going to give up her 1%. It's so ridiculous. Like, I do, to that end, I do think that Tracy does have a point to be like, why? You're a little measly 1% that does nothing but, like, breaks a tie in a vote. Just to, like, hang on to the Q family. Like, I do think that Lucy needs to let it go. And, like, she's literally, like, it is so dumb to me that, like, let's say that there is no hope in the situation of her hanging on to her company completely, compared to, what was it, 25, whatever low amount, 25.75 that Tracy was offering as a deal on the table. 50-50 for just the measly 1% of ELQ. If you truly loved your company that much, you would go for that. Although Lucy has a right to see if there's any hope beyond that. Like, that's a good deal. Considering, like, Lucy was going to be okay with, like, 60-40 or whatever. Alan apparently blackmailed Tracy into resigning her ELQ stock, according to Google. Yeah, but that's... So... But didn't she gain it back? Like, have we not seen her be a part of ELQ votes since then? Because then that's not, like... That's not Edward. Like, Alan died in 2007. So if he blackmailed her out of, like, ELQ stock, it had to be before that. Like, I feel like she would have gotten it back somehow since then. Let me see this. I don't know if any of this information is going to be anywhere, but, like... Let's see... So Tracy was CEO of ELQ in 2005. ELQ faced lawsuits because of the false condoms. Um, 2011. So see, long after Alan died, she still had ELQ shares. Tracy reaches out to Edward when mobster Anthony Zaccara threatens to inform the authorities of the Salito family. Yeah, the Salito family from the city. Tracy had some of that money going through ELQ. And that's how Anthony blackmailed Tracy into like marrying him. Do know that Tracy loves ELQ, even though the writers don't make it seem like it all the time. So, like, okay, so reading what happened with Edward, like, Edward gave his own shares away to everyone but Tracy, but that's his shares of the company, but all the other Quartermaines already had their own shares. No? And he just gave other people more of his own stock. Let's see. AJ wants to be CEO of the company. He has voting... Yeah, see, he has voting support from Michael, Sky, Lila, Ray, and Monica. Tracy has voting support from Dylan, Ned, Brooklyn, Maya, and Alice. So, like, Tracy definitely still had her own stock in the company, even after Edward died. It's just that she never inherited any of Edward's stock. And at one point, Lucy gave Tracy her 1% to break the tie. And in 2014, Tracy was the CEO. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, in 2020 he bought the shares from Brooklyn, Oscar, Sky, Lila, and Maya. And the proxy control over the shares of Danny and Scout. Lucy voted her 1% tie-breaking share with Valentine. Yeah, they just don't mention any of Tracy's stuff after this, but like, she clearly still had her own stock in the company. All right, we're spending too much time on this. All this ELQ nonsense for a company that we truly don't know what they do. Oh man. Let's see. All right. I had something else that I wanted to talk about too, but now I can't remember because we spent so much time on this ELQ stuff. Let me think. I can't remember, y'all. There's nothing much else to talk about. Yeah, there really isn't. Oh, can we just... I'm gonna mention this. I'm somewhat debating making it this week's GH hot take. on the weekend. However, this is me just ranting, and it's something that serves absolutely no purpose on the show. And what I'm talking about is the ridiculous softball games that we never see, but they talk about every year, and then we see them in these ridiculous uniforms talking about the off-screen softball games that every company in town apparently plays off of each other. The GH crew plays versus Kelly's, and Kelly's versus Charlie's, and Charlie's versus wherever else, ELQ, PCBD. They're all in these softball games that we never see on screen. And like, why? That is the only question I ask. Why? And like, is it just to sell the merch? Because apparently they sell these uniforms on like GH's merch website. Is that the only reason why we see it? It's for charity deal. Then why? Then they should show them playing the damn softball game. Why are they like? And now, are you talking about like it's for charity in real life, or is it for charity on the show? Like the nurses' ball. But we don't see. Okay, at least we see the nurses' ball. Why aren't we seeing the softball games? Like, come on. What is the point? That's all I'm asking. What is the point? Surely they can afford to go into a field and have them play on-screen baseball or softball or whatever. Thought about buying one of those baseball shirts. No, listen. It's for charity on the show. Well, then show the game. Like, it's so dumb to just see them like going into a bar afterwards to celebrate their wins or mourn their losses on these games that we never see. God, it's so dumb to me. And listen, I have never bought GH merch, but if I ever decide to, it is not going to be those uniforms. Corinthos coffee shirt looked fly. See, like, would I buy a Corinthos coffee shirt? Probably not. I don't know what's on the merch site, but I'll tell you one thing. I would not buy the damn softball merch. Oh, Lord. Well, let me go to this GH merch site. I'm curious what's on there. Okay. Well, there's obviously 60th anniversary merch. Like, see, that would be something I would buy if I was gonna waste my money on GH merch. Like a 60th anniversary something or other. If I drank coffee at all, I would buy a Corinthos coffee mug. There's key art, wine glasses. Valentine is my Valentine? No, thank you. Metro Court, like, alcohol set. It looks cool, but nah. GH socks, GH phone case, GH postcard or Port Charles postcard. Corinthos coffee socks, Charlie's pub glass. Like, that would be, that's only $20. Like, I feel like, and it's a bestseller. Like, that I can see me buying for the hell of it. GH ball cap. Beach towel. No, I don't have a beach here, so. A Sonny Corinthos cardboard cutout. No thanks. Future Mrs. Morgan. Well, he dead, so. Share the screen? Oh, yeah, I could do that. Hold on. Okay. Let's shrink me down in size. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, here's the screen, y'all. I'm not still frozen, am I? Okay, there we go. Okay. So yeah, like Corinthos coffee mug, the GH60 shirts. I'd probably go for the black one more than the blue one, but they clearly have different colors. GH mug, 60th anniversary mug, sweaters. Not a Jason cardboard cutout. I don't know if there's a Jason cutout. There's a Sonny cardboard cutout. Yeah, like these look actually quite nice, but I don't know. I'm not a big alcohol drinker at home, so like you know what I mean. I only drink when I'm out at a bar or something. Charlie's Pub, like this would be like a cool souvenir to have, you know, Charlie's Pub. And I actually really like the Charlie's Pub set too. Or like a nurse's ball shirt. This is obviously 2020, but I'm sure that they have, I would hope that they would have like up-to-date stuff. Sonny Corinthos cardboard cutout, GH towel. There's a Jason cutout too. I'll have to take a look at that. Coasters? See, I'd still get a Kelly's coaster. Perks coffee. So like, I forgot about Perks because that's also owned by Sonny, right? A Curtis cardboard cutout. You know, Curtis is fine. It'd be nice to have a Donnell Turner staring back at you kind of thing. Back when he had, you know, usable legs. Poor guy. There's the Jason cardboard cutout. Oh, Lord. Yeah, see, I ain't getting this. No, I am not getting this damn stupid softball shirt. Or a softball hat. Good Lord. Look at, like, the Invader. Like, they have all these baseball, softball, whatever, freaking souvenirs. It's so dumb. See, I look at this Aurora thing, and, like, there's a pretty infamous cannabis company called Aurora. There's even an Aurora in the mall that I work at. So I'm like, is this allowed? Oh, they got a Chase cutout. Who is gonna buy a Peter August cutout, y'all? Really? My God, this is dumb. Oh, a GH Pride mug. Nah. You'd buy the bar glasses just to have them. You would have a dry bar. That's the thing. Like they all the bar glasses actually look really nice. It's just like I don't drink enough alcohol to justify it. Although I would probably just use it for like milk and like apple juice and whatever else. Future Mrs. Corinthos. No, thank you. Cardboard Anna. Cardboard previous Jordan. Awkward. Kiss Me, I'm a General Hospital fan. Really? Interesting. And that's it. Yeah, no. GH's merch, they could do better. Come on. That's sad. Alright, y'all. But clearly, since we've ran out of things to talk about, we're now looking just at the merch. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do at all. Looking at the merch store, I think we're done here. Oh no, I think I made myself a little bit too big. How do I fix this? Almost there. There we go. Okay. Pouring grape juice in the glasses. Y'all, we should just get the barware and then film ourselves smashing it to pieces just like Sonny Corinthos does when he's mad. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to call it here, guys. I will see you this Sunday. I will do a GH Hot Take either on Friday or Saturday. The next couple days is actually going to be really busy for me. Like Thursday, Friday. So I might upload it Saturday instead of Friday. But rest assured, likely, unless something more ridiculous happens before the end of the week, the GH Hot Take will probably be about these damn softball games. They should have had the Castledine Estate House. Yeah, put that as a merch. Or just like a gargoyle and just say it's from Windermere. Alright, y'all. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thanks so much for watching this live stream. It was a bit random for the most part and just kind of discussing last week's stuff and a bit of this week's stuff. We'll talk more about the rest of the week on Sunday. Hot Take on Saturday. If you liked this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. And I will catch you guys in the next live stream. Peace out. I forgot. I can't just snap and end the video anymore. It's not, 2017 anymore. Alright. Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week.